Looking for the latest data and insights for the predictive analytics hiring market but only have 15 minutes to spare? This recap video will cover the top highlights from our 2018 Predictive Analytics Salary Study. Since we first published our Burtch Works Study report back in 2013, we have seen data-driven analysis continue to grow, and analytics has become a household name. The data and insights in this video are from our 6th annual salary study for predictive analytics professionals. Our study includes compensation and demographic data for over 1,700 professionals across the U.S. With analytics becoming more widespread, there are lots of different definitions out there. So how do we identify them for our study? Predictive analytics professionals work with vast quantities of mostly structured data to answer business questions by developing models and then prescribe actions based on what they've found from the data. They will have a strong quantitative background, usually in a discipline like statistics, math, or operations research, and may have some experience with one of the newer Masters in Analytics programs or with boot camps or MOOCs. We'll also look at the tools these individuals use. And the most common choices are typically SAS, R, SQL, and Python, though they may be familiar with other tools as well. If you're familiar with us, you may be familiar with our annual SAS, R, or Python Flash survey, where we ask data scientists and analytics professionals which tool they prefer to use. Support for SAS stayed relatively steady, but Python is on the rise. For more on the results and which tool we recommend learning, you can check out the analysis video on the Burtch Works YouTube channel. Professionals not included on our study include marketing researchers, web analytics professionals, traditional MBAs, business intelligence and IT specialists, professionals who only use tools like Excel, PowerPoint, and Adobe or Google Analytics are also not included. Now more than ever, the lines tend to blur when we're talking about predictive analytics professionals versus data scientists. Both PAPs and data scientists analyze data in order to glean insights and prescribe action for their organizations. PAPs tend to work with more structured data, while data scientists work more with unstructured or streaming data, like social media data, sensor data, or long blocks of text. Because of this, data scientists also have computer science and coding skills needed to wrangle messier data sets. The data in this video focuses on predictive analytics professionals, but you can also check out our other videos on data scientists. Once we've identified someone for the study, we match them to a job category. When we analyze data, we assign each professional to a job category as either an individual contributor or a manager, then separate them based on either your years of experience or their level of management responsibility. With all of the attention the analytics field have been getting over the past few years, it's not surprising that over 50% of predictive analytics professionals in our sample have 10 or fewer years experience. Financial services and advertising marketing firms continue to employ many analytics professionals, but we've seen a notable increase in other industries, including tech, telecom, and gaming. Now let's look at compensation trends. Here you can see that 2018 salaries for individual contributors have remained fairly steady compared to 2017. Salary levels remained unchanged for levels 2 and 3 and decreased 2% at level 1. Here's the compensation trends we've been seeing over the last 6 years for individual contributors. Overall, salaries have increased for every individual contributor level since we started collecting data in 2013, but in recent years have been fairly steady. Next are the manager salaries. Here you can see 2018 salaries compared to those we collected last year, with the data organized based on how many direct reports a manager has. Again, all levels remained mostly steady. Here are the compensation trends we've been seeing over the last 6 years for managers. Most increases were between 2013 and 2014 and 2015, then leveled off the last 3 years. There are a few additional findings that we pulled out of this year's data that we wanted to show you. In our sample, financial services and marketing advertising firms have typically combined to account for more than 50% of predictive analytics employers. Last year was the first time they fell to 45%, and this year they continued to shrink. However, as the proportion of analytics professionals employed by advertising marketing firms has declined, we've also seen industries like tech, telecom, and other related fields increase. This is partly because use cases for analytics have been diversifying, but also because advertising firms have been changing with so much advertising spend being directed at Facebook and Google ads, and we've seen many firms pull their marketing teams in-house rather than outsource. Our data has shown that on the coast, predictive analytics professionals tend to earn higher base salaries than those in other regions. However, the higher salaries earned may not make up for the higher cost of living seen in these areas, and the disparity between regions has been narrowing. Salaries also vary by industry. Here you can see the example for our Level 3 individual contributors, those with 9+ years experience. These are just a few of the industries we track. Different companies have different salary structures. Some may rely more on bonus rather than base salary. Here's an insights recap of what we've covered so far. We're seeing very little shifting in base salaries by level compared to years past. We noticed that the largest shift this past year for mid-level leaders. However, it was a small increase. For the most part, the coast had the highest paid analytics professionals, and we've continued to observe a small difference in compensation based on industry. 55% of professionals in our sample have 10 or less years experience. 43% of our sample are employed in either financial services or in advertising and marketing firms. Now let's go over some of the trends we are picking up on and what they mean for analytics professionals and employers. We first pointed this out a few years ago, but there is an increasingly noticeable increase in the number of analytics professionals at the early career level. Educational backgrounds are diversifying, which means there are more paths into analytics, including new degree programs, boot camps, and even transitioning from other fields. So what does this mean for analytics professionals? With more educational programs and other avenues to learn skills and tools, it's crucial to keep your skill set diversified and up to date. For employers, this means that when you're hiring quantitative professionals, especially those early in their career, you should be ready to train them up on the business applications of their work to improve their business acumen. We also see that salary bands are remaining fairly steady while other employee benefits have increased. Despite the intense competition for talent, there has not been a significant increase in salary bands at any job level. However, we have noticed in our conversations with clients an increase in the perks that are popping up, such as flexible work schedules, providing lunches, or health and fitness benefits. For professionals, keep in mind that salary is an important consideration, but it's also crucial to look for growth and learning opportunities. Also, some of these perks add value and can add to your quality of life over time. For employers, think about benefits that you have not traditionally offered in the past, but might make sense in this competitive market. The increase in analytics opportunities is leading to candidates being much more selective. And because analytics professionals have so many options, they're shying away from roles that require long hours and difficult commutes. There has also been an increased resistance to relocating to a new city or moving to suburban office locations or to cities that aren't considered tech-forward. Professionals. There has never been a better time to be an analytics professional. However, watch out for changing jobs too frequently or being overly focused on salary. And employers. The market is strong, which means it's crucial for employers to pay attention to their image. News travels fast in the quantitative community, so be cognizant of your reputation and make sure candidates have a good experience in the interview process. And there are also two other emerging trends we wanted to mention. First, salary laws are spreading. Laws preventing employers from asking potential candidates about their salary history are spreading to more and more places. There is a reason these laws came into place, to level the playing field for all candidates. As you might imagine, this can present challenges for our data collection, but it can also add complications for analytics professionals in the hiring process. Without salary disclosure, there is often additional back and forth that can unnecessarily lengthen the hiring process, which makes things difficult for both sides. And second, visa support is becoming a bigger challenge. Another trend that is obstructing both employers and many analytics professionals is the current tangle around visa support in the U.S. Many visa candidates are seeing increased wait times from premium processing holds and additional requests for evidence and even surprising declines, when in the past the transfers were seamless. These issues have troubling implications for those on both sides of the hiring table. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Burtch Works, we're an executive recruiting firm specializing in quantitative fields like analytics, data science, and marketing research. We're the leading resource for insights about the hiring market and produce 3 comprehensive salary reports every year for our main specialty areas. In the past few years, we've been repeatedly mentioned regarding our research into analytics talent trends by publications such as the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, CNBC, the Chicago Tribune, and more. And this year, we were recognized by Forbes as one of America's best recruiting. If you're looking to add to your predictive analytics staff, we'd be happy to speak with you and do some brainstorming. We offer contingency and retained services from entry-level analysts all the way up to chief analytics officer searches. Email info@burtchworks.com for more information. If you're looking to browse for new opportunities, you can check out our targeted job board, which is trafficked by thousands of quantitative professionals in a variety of fields. For more information on hiring market insights, check out burtchworks.com/blog, where you can find flash surveys on SAS/R and Python preferences and what motivates analytics professionals to change jobs, as well as advice on resumes, interviews, managing and evaluating job offers, and much more. You can also follow Burtch Works across all our social media channels to stay up to date on our latest research. On our YouTube channel, you can find recordings of our other presentations, including SAS/R Python data analysis from an actual data scientist and predictions for the data science and analytics market, as well as our series with executive leadership coach Tim Restire, with topics including the impact of confidence on career success, making career goals, improving collaboration skills, and making successful career transitions. Visit www.burtchworks.com/study to download our full report now, and if you want to connect with us, email info@burtchworks.com. We'd love to hear from you.